I'm sure if you ask nicely, you'll talk about the comic book shipping this week. Even if you won't ask at all.
Sound good? Yes, sir!
All the stuff you're missing if you don't go by the store, January 19th, 2011.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for Shipshape Update!
I knew that.
And this is the update for Wednesday, the 19th of January, 2011. That's right, I said Wednesday the 19th of 11. There is no Martin Luther King shipping delay for this week. I know a lot of folks out there heard that out of my mouth last Wednesday.
We thought.
And I thought that was the case, and in fact it was the case about a month and a half ago in Diamond, when I was talking to my Diamond rep. Yeah, sure, there's going to be a Martin Luther King delay, you betcha. Well, guess what? There isn't this week. And we will be here at 8 a.m. this coming Wednesday with 160 brand new items that have never been here at the store before, but are going to be here right now. Also, I'll have, get ready, 83 reorder items. I've been telling you I've got stuff in the pipe. It's coming in this week.
That's madness.
83 reorder items for a grand total of 243 total items that are not here right this moment at the store, but will be here when I open the door this Wednesday at 8 a.m.
We're going to need more room, Comic Book Man.
Don't come by Thursday at 8 a.m. I will not be here. I will not be here. I won't be here till 11.
That's why it's important to watch Shipshape Update every week, so you know.
Exactly. But I will be here Wednesday at 8 a.m. There are $69.69, 69.69. See if you can remember that. In savings coming to you this week, which I will explain to you at the end of the horse race. But I do have 84 new comics coming in this week, and of course those 84 comics are all 15% off all week long here at Alternate Reality. Fantastic Four is the hero of the month, and that sale continues this week. With all my trade paperbacks for Fantastic Four being 25% off all month long, and all of my back issues for the Fantastic Four being 25% off all month long. I also have the Hero of the Week sale featuring the Fantastic Four this week. I've got a ton. I went through the back issues. I went through the storeroom, pulled out a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of Dollar Day back issues for the Fantastic Four, recent vintage stuff that are all $1 each as well. So come on down. It's $2.99, $3.99, $4.99 books. You can pick them up for $1. They're all fairly recent. Also this week, Founders Day is this Thursday. And of course, that means that since it's the 20th, everything is 20% off this Thursday. Everything in the store except for bulk supplies and this week's new shipping. But everything else is 20% off. It's our monthly sale here at the store. It lasts all day long. Don't miss it. Come on down. And of course, this Wednesday, if you come down, I will have 7 titles that will be 40% off all day long this coming Wednesday. And the first up we're going to talk about is the Book of the Week, which is Wolverine and Jubilee #1 of 4. It's a new miniseries. $2.99 cover price, $1.79 here at the store. Written by Catherine Immerman with art by Phil Noto. Now that Jubilee is a 17-year-old minty fresh vampire, that's right, she's a vampire now if you've been reading your X books, the whole Curse of the Mutants thing. She's trying to find a way to live as possibly normal a life as she can. The X-Men, of course, are helping out, but you know what? Her new vampire cravings are there, and what are you going to do about it?
Go shopping.
And what are you going to do when a bunch of vampire women show up and try to pull her out of the X-Men and into their little coven? Who, I ask you, who can be the one person that can help Jubilee? Snick. That's why it's called Jubilee and Wolverine. And that starts this week, and it's the Book of the Week. It'll be 40% off all week long. Also this week, Memoir #1 of 6 from Image. It's got a $3.50 cover price, $2.10 here at the store. It's written by Ben McCool, who also writes Choker. It's drawn by Nikki Cook, who's been an artist on DMZ over at Vertigo. This is the beginning of a 6-part tale of mystery and memory loss. Lowesville is a small American Midwestern town, but one morning the population awakens with no idea of who they are, where they are, or what's happened to them. Everyone except for one man, and he remembers everything.
Sounds like New Orleans every weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like New Orleans this weekend. That'll be 40% off this Wednesday. Grim Fairy Tales Myths and Legends #1 is a new series coming from the folks at Zenoscope this week. It's got a $2.99 cover price. It'll be $1.79 this Wednesday only. It's written by Raven Gregory, who's a friend of mine on Facebook, and drawn by David Miller, who I think is, I'm not sure, I never see him on there. It's a new ongoing series, as I said. It picks up from the events of Grim Fairy Tales #50. Creatures from the realm of the mist have escaped into our world, and they're out to cause major havoc. Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Large-breasted women, no doubt.
With large-breasted women who are also fairy tales. So
in peril. Large-breasted women in peril.
Anyway, this book will feature 3 covers, one of which by J. Scott Campbell. So, there you have it! So come on down this week. It's 40% off this coming Wednesday.
Well, he hardly ever does covers, does he?
My magazine for the week is this, Fangoria number 300.
How do you know what number that is?
Fangoria number 300. It's shipping this week. It is obviously the 300th issue of Fangoria. The much belated and missed Starlog is long gone. I think the numbering is either catching up to or outstripped Starlog by now. But this is out now, and it will be $5.39 this coming Wednesday. It's normally got an $8.99 cover price.
Don't get any on you, comic book man. That's a juicy magazine.
Finally, we got 3 trade paperbacks this week that are also 40% off. Mighty Marvel Women trade paperback is $24.99 cover price, $14.99 here at the store. It's written by various people. It's drawn by various people. It collects all of the women of Marvel, the one-shots that were out last year in one miniseries, but it collects them all. Firestar, Lady Deadpool, Namora, Valkyrie, Rescue, Sif, Spitfire, X-23, Galacta, it's Galactus' daughter, and the Women of Marvel 2-issue miniseries. It's all collected in one 272-page trade paperback. Also 40% off. Thor Ragnarok trade paperback, $14.99 cover, $8.99 here at the store. It's written by Roy Thomas. It's drawn by John Buscema. This collects the original series Thor number 272 through 278. The Menace of Loki, the attack of the Midgard Serpent, the death of Balder, the sacrifice of Odin. He sacrifices this. It's the first time that shows up. Deadly battle with the trolls and the giants, and the debut of the red-headed Thor. And, of course, we're going to throw in a Ragnarok, too, on top of it. All that is coming your way this week. And, finally, 40% off this Wednesday's Ratcatcher hardcover. It's a Vertigo Crime hardcover, brand new story, $19.99 cover, $11.99 here at the store. Written by Andy Diggle, drawn by Victor Ibanez. As I said, it's a Vertigo Crime book. What is a Ratcatcher? That is a peerless assassin who specializes in silencing mob snitches. There's just one problem. He doesn't exist, supposedly. But when the U.S. Marshals oversee witness protection program, when people start turning up dead in the program, they assume it's him, and so a washed-up FBI agent has to go out and catch the rat catcher. And that is your 40% off books for this week. Be sure to stop down this Wednesday only, except for the book of the week, and now it's time for the horse race.
All right, let's do this.
Coming in this week, we have got DC Comics in first place.
Wow, that's happening more and more.
With 18 titles. Marvel's in second place with 13 titles. IDW's in third place with 9 titles. Boom is in fourth place with 6 titles. And Archaea, I said Archaea, is in fifth place.
That's their first time hitting the
with 5 titles. No, they one other time this year.
Okay.
One other time they were in there. I also have 20 indie titles, 13 Crap Factor titles for a grand total of 84 total comics that are coming in this week. I mentioned $69.69 at the top of the show. That's your total savings in this week. If you take all the 15% off books, what you'd save on those, and if you take all the 40% off books, what your savings would be on those, you put it all together, $69.69. And now it's time to go to the Kids Corner and find out what's going on in kids shipping for this week. And we're in the Kids Corner. As mentioned before, ton of reorders coming in this week. And I've got 15 Kids Corner items coming back to the store this week. 15 trade paperbacks that haven't been here for a little while, but are coming back to the store this week, so be sure to check those out. Also this week, I have a bunch of new trade paperbacks coming in. Those include Archie and Friends, Volume 8, The Archies and Josie and the Pussycats. It's their appearances together in comic book form, and they sing all sorts of great songs that I'm sure that you will all love and haven't dated a bit since they first did.
Dreams do come true, comic book man.
Yeah. Cars, trade paperback, Volume 5, Rust Bucket, Derby, Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers Unleashed, trade paperback, Smurfs, Volume 4, Smurfette, trade paperback. I also will have these magazines coming in. Archie and Friends, number 151, Archie Double Digest, number 215, and I also have these magazines, which you will not find at other comic book stores, but you will find here at Alternate Reality, because we love getting all sorts of kids stuff.
We sure do.
And they include Highlights, High Five.
Nice.
The junior version of Highlights magazine, if you're a little slow, or if you're younger, you might like Highlights High Five.
It's
and of course,
penguin heavy.
Regular Highlights for kids of all ages. Goofus and Gallant are in here, and they're still getting themselves in trouble and figuring out what's right in the world. WWE Kids magazine. John Cena, he's on the shelf. He got an owie on his hip, but he's going to be better.
He's going to show you the bottom of a shoe.
And if you like wrestling, and if your kid likes wrestling, this is a great magazine because there's none of icky, bloody stuff in it, and none of that really mean stuff.
No, it's all drink your milk and eat your vitamins.
It's designed for kids. And of course, Jeff's family favorite.
Ooh, ow! Ooh, I feel the sting of
Disney's Family Fun. Jeff loves this because the family used to have a subscription to it, and when it would come in the mail, Jeff's dad would take it and say,
see how good
Jeff!
Family Fun! fun is here. It's time for my family fun.
So those are all done at the store. Comic book wise, I've got a bunch of comics this week. Avengers vs. Pet Avengers number 4. That is the last issue of that series. Darkwing Duck number 8. Fraggle Rock Volume 2 number 1 of 3. That's right, a new Fraggle Rock series. It'll probably be in that odd format. Simpsons Comics number 174. Sonic Universe number 24. Ratchet and Clank number 5 of 6. Tiny Titans number 36. And the kids' book of the week is Young Justice number 0. Written by Greg Weisman and Kevin Hobbs. Drawn by Mike Norton, who did the art on the Captain Marvel, Billy Batson Magic of Shazam book. This is, of course, based on the Cartoon Network show with Robin and Kid Flash and Aqualad and it sounds like the Teen Titans. And Superboy's in it too. 4 young superheroes learning how to be a team and maybe doing a bit of growing up along the way. But just a little bit, not too much, not too much. Anyway, that's it. That's all of our kids' books for the week. Be sure to stop on down. And now it's time to go back to Command Central and check out the late list for this week. And it's time for the late list. This week, I have got 30 new items that have been added to the late list. If you go to the store's website, there's a late list on every single shipping page. I update the late list every week. I take off the old stuff. I add the new stuff. It's a brand new list every week. As I said, 30 items were added this week. And of note is DC Chronicles Death statue and DC Chronicles Wonder Woman statue. Wonder Woman statue has been pushed back to February 16th. The Death statue has been pushed back to March the 16th. Also, Justice League Trophy Room Sinestro battery prop replica has been pushed back to the 23rd of February. And Justice League Wonder Woman Tiara Bracelets Lasso have been pushed back to the 26th of January. So you guys are looking to dress up, you got to wait till the 26th of January for your tiara and your bracelets and your lasso. But the basket case for this week is Loki number 3. Loki number 3 has been pushed back. Don't quite know why, but the third issue, this is the second issue, obviously, but the third issue has been pushed back to the 9th of February. You will not see it until then. So keep that in mind. Mark it down. Check out the late list. And while you're checking out the late list, be sure to stop off at the checklist. We do a checklist here every week at the store. It's got all of the, I think I said 84 comics that are shipping this week right here.
You put blue in your printer.
All you got to do is right-click on the screen, hit print, and this is what should come spitting out of your printer in one form or another. As I said, all 84 books for this week, so be sure to do that. Have yourself a copy for yourself. Last thing I want to do is a reminder. Remember, new comics on Wednesday this week, not Thursday. Don Lawrence, I'm talking to you. So be sure to stop by at 8 a.m. this week. Also, Founders Day is Thursday, 20% off everything in the store except for this week's shipping and bulk supplies. So until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying, everybody have yourself a good week. I'll see you this coming Wednesday, and bye! Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.